clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the Cowboys coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 12 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I can't remember the last time we did a game when a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Burrow will throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Woo! Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Marcus Davenport Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught by Lamb. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. CeeDee Lamb, 76 yards. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow, a very quick pass to Ridley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he will have a Cowboys first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Burrow on play action. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, touchdown!
Dawson Knox his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Let's go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Just keeping the play alive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Here's Robinson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with a No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Robinson.
And able to get this out to the 25.
So here are the Cowboys to take over.
They fell last week at the hands of the Washington football team, but they got the lead right now.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Can't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Montgomery on the counter. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up 4th.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And out now come the Cowboys. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Back now in Arlington. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Johnson is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
A
I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Left side to Lamb.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. Caught by Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field.
Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Quiddy Pay drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big offensive explosion helped.